Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is once again Thirsty Thursday, and you already know what that means. If you don't have your G Fuel on the ready, Code Immortal has it covered with that spicy 10 to 30% off discount. And alongside it being Thirsty Thursday, it of course is update day here in Call of Duty. It's actually the final update for the main year for Cold War. We've got a standard update for Warzone, and on top of that, today we also got some new information on Vanguard prior to launch, which is, well, pretty big, all things considered. So as we go over everything, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Let's try and go for 3,000 likes on this one. Would seriously appreciate it if we could hit that. And of course, if you're new here or if you're a part of the 56% of viewers who have not already subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for everything going on in Call of Duty. News, updates, the best loadouts, all that stuff. It is all right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Now, first up, let's talk Warzone and what all is going on here. As mentioned, really nothing too crazy with today's update in all honesty. However, earlier on this week, Raven did push a small update live that fixes the whole Ghost of War skin not showing up for players who either pre-ordered Vanguard and got the bundle for free, or for players who purchased the store bundle that has the skin in it. So now if you own that skin, you should be all good to use it and it'll appear in your inventory as normal now. Now, outside of that, today's update is really just focused on the new playlist for Warzone, as this week we're looking at the normal Battle Royale solos, duos, trios, and quads modes per usual. We also have the return of Plunder at long last. It's been like 2 weeks since it was last in the game, maybe actually since the 7th. So it's been MIA for a while now, but that is now back. I know I've seen literally hundreds of comments asking about that over the past few weeks. We've also got the Ghosts of Verdansk mode for this week as well, and this is also the final week of the Haunting event, and we have Rebirth Resurgence quads available too. Now tomorrow we are going to see normal Battle Royale solos replaced with Iron Trial solos just for the weekend. Then regular solos is going to be back on Monday, so we've got that going on as well. And on top of that, tomorrow is also going to be the start of the next Triple Threat event or Triple Double event. That'll be going from Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time until Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And that includes double XP, double weapon XP, then also double battle pass tier progression. So if you're looking to max out your Vanguard weapons, this weekend is definitely the best time for that with Plunder and double weapon XP available. It's also a great time to get your battle pass done prior to Vanguard if you're looking to do that too. Now, as mentioned, the Haunting event is coming to a close on, I believe, November 3rd, next week. So if you haven't completed the challenges for those various rewards, you only have a couple of days left to do those. And of course, while the Lapa SMG is unlocked through the challenges, which really only take like 2 hours max to complete all of them, that should be transitioning to a new unlock challenge after the event ends. That way, anyone who didn't complete the event challenges can still unlock the Lapa, just in a different way in the future. Then moving on over to Cold War, like I said in the intro, this week is technically the final main update prior to Vanguard's launch, unless we see, of course, like any surprise updates go live between now and the 4th. So a little bittersweet there. Obviously, the game should continue to see playlist updates and maybe, just maybe, the occasional content update in the future, sort of similar to how Modern Warfare obviously got updates all throughout Cold War's lifespan and even some content here and there. It's just not 100% guaranteed. But for the main year of support, that comes to a close once Vanguard servers go live. And as for this week's update, there were some smaller patch notes listed here for multiplayer. On the Battle Axe, they apparently fixed a hit reg issue. An infected killing a survivor now adds 10 seconds to the match timer. Then for the playlist this week, we've got Nuketown Halloween once again, Scream Deathmatch, Infected, so all the main Haunting and Halloween-based modes. We've got Gunfight Blueprints, Face-Off 6v6, the 12v12 Mosh Pit, the Party Games Mosh Pit, then also the Multi-Team Mosh Pit too. Now, when it comes to Vanguard, we've got quite a bit to go over in preparation for the game's launch next week. Initially, yesterday actually, Call of Duty revealed the preload and file size information, which is actually great news for everyone because they're actively working to make the game's file size as small as possible, which, you know, hard drives everywhere are rejoicing right now. But first up for preloading, PlayStation 4 and 5 can start preloading on the 28th, so today at 9 p.m. Pacific time in North and South America. Then all other countries will start on the 29th at midnight local time for wherever you're at. For Xbox One and Series X and Series S, preload starts on the 28th at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Then the PC preload begins on the 2nd, and there will be more info to come on that. Now, as for the file sizes, this is really where the great news begins. On PlayStation 5, it is only going to be 64 gigs, but you do have to have 90 gigs required to download it. So it's not going to take up 90 gigs, but you got to have that free to start the download initially. On PlayStation 4, it's going to be 54 gigs with 93 gigs required to download. On Xbox Series X and S, it'll be 61 gigs with the same amount of space required to download. On Xbox One, it'll be 57 gigs with that same amount of space required as well. PC's file size has yet to be revealed. It'll actually be revealed in the coming days. But sizes like that are insanely small compared to Warzone right now, which basically takes up a whole hard drive if I'm being honest. So hopefully we see these same sort of adjustments made to Warzone when it gets the whole engine update, and we see that file size also massively reduced. But all around, very surprised at how small those are compared to what we've seen in recent years. So definitely some great news to start there. All right, so we got a blog today, right? And it is way more than I thought it was going to be. We have Vanguard information. We have Warzone information. There is literally so much to go ahead and look at here. So let's go ahead. Let's full screen the roadmap first and foremost. Rise up for a massive year of Call of Duty for Vanguard. Day one launch, the campaign, multiplayer, zombies. Then free preseason content in November. We have the classic remastered map of Shipment coming to Vanguard multiplayer. So that's going to be great for camo challenges, for grinding, for all that. And then we also have the last days of Verdansk limited time event and modes. This is sort of that Into the Pacific event that we've talked about in the past couple of days that we've gone over some like leaks and rumors for. So that's really cool. Vanguard owners get 24-hour exclusive access to the new Warzone Pacific map on December 2nd. That's the start of season 1, officially confirmed here. December 2nd, the new season goes live. Vanguard's getting new maps and modes, new weapons and gear, new zombies updates all on that day. And of course, the Warzone stuff. Brand new map, CALDERA. That's going to be the name of the new Warzone Pacific map. We're getting a Rebirth Island map, Vanguard Royale and combat vehicles, and just Battle Royale in general, it seems. So I'm not too sure what all is going on with Rebirth here. If it's staying, it looks like, at least in this image, I'll go ahead and hide the face cam here. It looks like in this image, it stays pretty much the same, right? So that'll be kind of interesting to see what all actually changes there. But then obviously we're getting Vanguard Royale, which is something different, maybe Vanguard only weapons, and then new vehicles. Looks like we're getting planes there. So that's really exciting stuff. So the roadmap in and of itself gives us a ton of new info. But then we also have this blog post that we're going to go through everything, and it is a long one, my friends, a very long blog post. So of course, all the stuff that we just got on the whole roadmap is detailed here as well. And when it comes to the Warzone event, November 18th, an encore limited time mode for Verdansk, celebrating its past 18 months. So that's going to be like the whole flashback thing that we talked about a couple of days ago. November 24th, uncover the secrets of the Pacific, get intel on the CALDERA and its new points of interest through this Warzone event and Vanguard multiplayer challenges. November 30th and December 1st, the last hours of Verdansk, bombs away. See what happens to Verdansk before Warzone goes dark to prepare for the CALDERA in Season 1. Then December 2nd, Season 1 begins rather. So some crazy stuff going on this month. Obviously, we're all covering it here on the channel, so make sure you stay tuned for all this. Going through this campaign, we already have heard a little bit about this. Same deal with zombies and same deal with multiplayer, so nothing too crazy going on there. Vanguard multiplayer brings plenty of maps, modes, and other features. Starting on the 5th, there will be 7 core and hardcore modes, free-for-all, TDM, kill confirm, Dom, SMD, hardpoint, and patrol. Then we're also going to get more modes as time goes on. We've got various maps being shown off here, some new ones, obviously some remakes from World at War, which is really cool. Honestly, I'm liking the vibrancy, I'm liking the colors here. They look unique, they look fun. I'm very excited to get my hands on multiplayer. Obviously, we're going to be covering that here on the channel. Champion Hill is returning. We got all the combat pacing, private matches, all sorts of stuff like that we've already detailed on the channel before. We got all of our different operators and everything going on. Obviously, we'll be able to use all these people in Warzone as well. Over 36 weapons to use in a revamped gunsmith at launch. So we're gonna have 40 weapon perks, 200 unique attachments, up to 10 attachments per weapon. We also have known quite a bit about this over the past couple of weeks and months. Obviously, plenty of weapons though, and we're gonna be going for the max camo, ranking them all up, going over the best class setups, everything like that. Lots to look forward to with that as well. For progression, a love letter to elite players, new XP systems, and a ton of challenges. There's going to be 55 ranks per prestige. So that's going to be a brand new thing. Weapon XP and unlocks and camo challenges is all going to work like it did before. You can level them through zombies or multiplayer or Warzone. There's going to be the new clan system. All 12 operators at launch can be leveled up to unlock new skins, including gold attire, weapon XP for specific weapons, all sorts of cool stuff like that. So that's also really cool. Seasonal prestige is back as well. We've got the Ricochet anti-cheat, which is going to be huge. Obviously, it's going to game change Warzone. It's going to be the biggest update that we've seen outside of maybe the new map when that launches. It's all coming on the same day, which is going to be very exciting. Honestly, can't wait. We got the first images of Shipment here taking place on a beach. You already know I'm going to be grinding this, getting the camo challenges done, getting all the weapons leveled up and everything. That's going to be ideal for everything going on there, especially because it's preseason content. We'll have time to play this before the whole Warzone update goes live. So shipments return highlights the preseason content, scheduled to arrive on the 17th of November, so just a couple of weeks after launch. That's going to be ideal. Stay tuned for more intel on Vanguard's post-launch offerings prior to Season 1, or read on for the Secrets of the Pacific. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Warzone here. Lot to cover. So, flashback, the Secrets of the Pacific in the last hours of Verdansk. We've got sort of the destruction, it would seem like, the ultimate demise of Verdansk, as it sort of fades to black, which is kind of interesting. Operation Flashback, an encore begins on November 18th. The city and its surrounding area hosted over 100 million players, yada, yada, yada. To celebrate and bring back these classic moments and many more, Raven created a special Operation Flashback LTM featuring plenty of surprises that cover Verdansk's action-packed history. 2 unique rewards can be up for grabs, an emblem and then also an animated calling card if you get a win, which is pretty cool. More information on this mode, including what public events you can expect to happen, will be revealed prior to the 18th, so we'll be covering that when that information ends up surfacing. Now, uncover intel on the Caldera through secrets starting on the 24th. As we prepare for the end of Verdansk, prepare to uncover more mysteries about the Caldera map. This LTM developed by Beanox will grant you information on the Caldera and its various points of interest prior to its launch in December, but only if you complete these challenges across Vanguard and Warzone. Each game will have its own set of tasks and rewards, so it'll be like a new LTM event that we've seen previously. It's just like the haunting event with the challenges there. Then we have the alert, the countdown to the end of Verdansk, less than 40 days remaining. The destruction begins on the 30th. We've talked about this previously. A lot of stuff going on with the end of Verdansk. We got the Season 1. This brings the Vanguard integration. We're going to have the Caldera map. Caldera's only true comparison to Verdansk is its scale. This brand new map, built on the learnings from the community, is launching with Season 1. We've got the anti-cheat, lush forests and rocky crags, white sand beaches and mysterious ruins, and a dormant volcano that towers over the 200 plus points of interest. So very, very complex map, and I guarantee you we see something happen with that volcano at some point in time. You can bet your money on that. Warzone changed its title to Warzone Pacific, or Warzone Pacific. The new Pacific formally launches as part of Vanguard's first season. Built on the same tech as Vanguard, this map is visually appealing as it's ready to support the new game's ornaments and will fully feature optimized crossplay, cross progression, and cross-gen support. We got like water features, swimming maybe, or it's just like 2 feet deep water and we can walk across it. If I die to this water, I might lose my mind because I'm kind of prone to fall damage, and I'll probably fall off one of those bridges. Let's be honest here. It as well as Warzone as a whole will support the Ricochet anti-cheat. As a part of the Season 1 update, Ricochet will also deploy server-side upgrades to Warzone as well. A new internally developed kernel driver. We know all about that as well at this point. New playlist. Vanguard's integration with Warzone, including a 24-hour exclusive access period, dedicated main playlist, and dogfighting detailed. So dogfights. New Vanguard content. Shine in a dedicated playlist available to all players. Take to the skies or maneuver AA guns to break up epic aerial battles in Vanguard Royale. So that'll be the new LTM where you can fly planes or destroy planes. Honoring your progression, this integration adds Vanguard content. Expect all your operators, calling cards, and more from Cold War and Modern Warfare to stay, and all the seasonal prestige and everything. Play the new Pacific map a day early if you own Vanguard. Rebirth Island will remain live during all this time for everybody else who's playing the game. And they also say Caldera is just the beginning of Vanguard's full integration. There's no better place to experience all this fresh content than Warzone Pacific. A lot of like plane fights going on here, which honestly is really, really cool. I'm very excited for that. So available to all players in Season 1, the Vanguard Royale mode. The Pacific is home to dogfighting, so we're going to have aerial battles, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if that'll have like a full take on Battle Royale where you can loot up and then go jump into a plane, or if it's basically going to be like plane team deathmatch in a way, so it's planes versus ground or something like that. In these modes, only Vanguard weaponry can be used, so sort of predicted that there. This limits streamlines the meta, granting new players an opportunity to jump in without fully maxed out loadouts. These operators with previously earned Warzone content can use what they've acquired after Vanguard's integration. This December 2nd integration will follow the same format as Black Ops Cold War when that came to Warzone. All operators from Vanguard, Cold War, and Modern Warfare can be used across Warzone after the integration, even in the Vanguard playlists. Your progression for your player level battle pass system is synchronized across Vanguard, Cold War, Modern Warfare, and Warzone Pacific, so it's all the same levels. Your personal profile, all that'll be saved as well. The store will stock Vanguard bundles as well as Legacy, Cold War, and Modern Warfare content, all of which can be used in Warzone Pacific. So plenty of stuff going on there. I'm pretty sure that includes weapons because bundles have weapons in them and they don't want to miss out on that moolah. You know what I'm saying? So in addition to getting to try out all the new weapons and operators, those who purchase Vanguard can play the whole map, the new map, 24 hours early, which obviously we'll be doing here on the channel and getting footage out for you guys ASAP. We also have familiar playlists. There's so much in this blog post. The biggest arsenal at the start of Season 1. You can use 150 plus weapons, so that confirms that. Rebirth Island returns. The resurgence continues. Expect the alternate small-scale map to continue supplementing the main Warzone map, so Rebirth is not going anywhere. That is great news. Then original Warzone vehicles still cruising. Your pink anime truck is not going anywhere. We'll be able to use all that stuff still. Warzone is big enough for 2 islands after all. Wait, what? For those with Warzone experience since the integration with Modern Warfare and Cold War, all those 100 plus weapons you'll be able to use. The first play, okay, so they're talking Rebirth Island and Pacific Island. I'm going, what are they talking about with this? So we're gonna have both those maps. They're kind of just like reiterating a lot of the stuff here throughout this. We'll be able to have Plunder and Battle Royale on the Caldera as well, which is also great news. Whether it's Modern from the Cold War or with Vanguard, any of the weapons you have can be used in the normal playlists. The usual playlists are also home to the original vehicles, so there's going to be some Vanguard-based playlists, some original playlists between all that stuff going on. Then Season 1 comes in. We're going to get the new Battle Pass, armaments, multiplayer maps, and more of the usual seasonal-based content, so nothing too out of the ordinary with that. And then that pretty much wraps up this blog. Like, this is a lot of exciting stuff. I like this. I like this a lot. I think this is going to be a good time, honestly. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys are the most excited about. I was not expecting this blog to have this much information. We're probably going to make some other videos in the coming days breaking down some of this stuff in more detail, so stay tuned for all that. And then obviously, once all this content ends up launching, we're going to be covering it all here on the channel, so make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.